Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving week. Don't worry about it. Take the pressure off, my love. Just breathe into the day. It's a day. It'll be done and dusted. Don't be someone that gets upset or wishes and worries about the past or thinks that they're missing out on something. It's a day. At the end of the day, then in a month's time, it's Christmas for those that celebrate, for those that want to be with family but can't be for whatever reason. I've spent several Thanksgivings and Christmases alone. I have. And it's okay. I survived everyone. Some of them I just stayed in bed and ate ice cream and drank champagne and just watched rubbish on the telly. What I want to say is because of the stress and pressure on the planet in the world right now, be kind to yourself. Be kind, friend. Okay? Be kind. It's a day and then it's done. Yeah. And then it's another year till it comes. It's as stressful or as important as you choose for it to be. Now, let's talk about some other stuff. Let me tell you who's coming on my whistleblowing full disclosure channel. And yes, on this channel, me, Dani Henderson, therapist, ET experiencer, so much more, as many of you have so many experiences of the real beauty and horror of this planet and who's on it and who's running it. On this channel, we tell the truth of all the satanic, occult, black magic systems. We tell the truth about the good ETs and the negative ETs that were. There's still some conflation regarding that. There are people that still believe that they are very much here. I believe that they are not, and that's okay. We can agree to differ, but let's keep our mind on the reality that there was something terrible happening here. And maybe in some regards, there still is. Let's uncover that and let's be brave, let's be strong, and let's discuss it. Yeah, as adults, as I was doing with a friend earlier today. May we keep the conversation going. It's very important. It's also more important now than ever that we keep our huge egos in check. There's a lot of us that are doing healing. We're realizing that we were more than we thought we were. We're realizing that fact. That goes for everybody. But there are some people who, because of a little bit of fame and a little bit of popularity, now they are the god of the mountains or they are the king of the universe. Well, I already met the queen of the universe in 2022. I've met about four Jesus in the last 2 years, four of them. I've met Moses. I've met, oh my God, how many Mary Magdalenes? I mean, I'm going back 2007, 2008, a lot of Magdalenes out there. Yeah. Currently, there's a load walking around Glastonbury. It's not funny. I'm not mocking, but I don't care enough to worry about your feelings. I really don't, because they're your feelings. If you think you're that, then great, you're that. Okay. Lovely. Now, what I do care about on my planet, your planet, our planet, is the actions that we take. There's many people that sit and as you know, they criticize you and they attack you and they can't handle the truth that you're bringing out when you're saying the governments are corrupt. They are spraying the skies with barium, aluminium, strontium, titanium. Well, all you got to do is go outside, take a tissue, wipe your car and have a look and go, goodness me, what are these chemicals doing on my car? What are they doing in my upper respiratory system? What are they doing in the soil? Go to one of the Hawaiian Islands, go to a couple of them, go to some remote places and go see there that you can no longer plant organic food. Why? Because since the 70s, they've been spraying said topical elements, metallics, of course, and destroying the molecular structure of the soil that it can no longer take or absorb or grow real food. It can only grow the chemical enhanced GMO non-organic food. It's old news, but it's in your face. Nevermore. Because there are a bunch of Neptards. A woman the other day said, "Oh, you said tard. You said tard in the word." Yeah, tard, tard, tard. Neptard, fucktard, liztard. I could keep going. And I'm talking specifically about a group of people. And this specific group of people I refer to are running our world. They're at the very top to top to top. They are the self-anointed, self-appointed. They are the 13 to 14 bloodlines. Lady Pants, settle down. When I say tard, I'm talking about the très bête, the idiot at the top, yeah? The dumb ones, the soulless ones, the dark ones, the children-eating, soul-eating, human-eating, cannibalistic. Some of them call themselves high adept, high adept. High adept satanics. And then there are other lesser adept that really are into the cannibalism, and it's true. It's true. And you haven't got time to go, oh, I didn't hear it in church. We're not going to hear it in church, are you? But you might be taking part in a ritual without realizing, drinking the red wine, eating the bread, I know it's jarring. I know it's triggering. I know it's really upsetting, but some of you have just got to get over it. We're at that stage now. You've had plenty of opportunity to open your eyes and you've refused. And what you've done is gone into little groups and little gangs and you've attacked and you've put things online or you've chosen to get triggered. And there's another more disturbing element that I saw. I had a woman at my conference, really unhinged woman, had to have her removed. Luckily, I didn't see any of this until after. I just got the report from the security guard. I got the mad, crazy photograph of her with her long grey hair holding a dog and cursing the guard at the time, So anyway, that chick is in a group of other people that say they're survivors of some kind of harm, which is terrible. It's terrible. But instead of supporting the women standing out on the front lines, like Kathy O'Brien, American government whistleblower, Rachel Vaughan, Australian government whistleblower, Max Lowen, American government whistleblower, and other military, Gloria Masters, New Zealand gang ritualizing whistleblower, and Jeanette Archer in England. Who else? I've missed somebody. I had them all on my channel the other day. Kathy O'Brien, Gloria Masters, Rachel Vaughan, Jeanette, Max. I'm sorry if I've forgotten somebody at this point, but these women have come from the inside out and they've been put in very precarious places where they've been touched, harmed by very well-known leaders in government, education, in science, in the arts, in celebrity, in film, in music, musicians, very famous musicians. Oh, they look so good. They look so good, don't they, coming out to support Sinead O'Connor, yeah. And so some of the women that are in these little gaggling groups that say they've gone through similar, they're attacking the women I just named. They're attacking them. They're attacking them. Why would you do that? Are you seeking fame? Are you wanting to be on the big stages yourselves? Are you sure? Be very careful. Those stages are not for the unhingeable like the chick at my conference. Yeah? She's going directly for these women. And if you do it again, I'm going to put your picture online, all right? It's these little groups that are making really big issues, and they don't realize that they are socially engineered and they are owned by the system that they say hurt them. And the social engineering in all of us is designed to make us all fight and all attack. There are some that you may be very close to, very, very close to your inner circles, and the inner circles are falling apart because some of the people inside the inner circles refuse to do the inner work, refuse to say, I was wrong about this, I was right about this, I need time out, I need to heal my mental state, my emotional state, my ethereal state, my astral state, I need to protect myself, my electromagnetic field, my auric field, whatever it may be. I need to acknowledge I am not Queen of the Universe. I am not Mary Magdalene. I am not Jesus Christ after all. I'm not the great Archangel Michael. The one I thought I was talking to is actually satanic. I was talking to an angel that I thought was so good and presented himself as so beauteous. And something in me told me, but I ignored it. And I discovered that it was a mimic. Oh dear. It's very hard, isn't it, when we find out that we've been wrong about things. Oh my God, I don't have enough fingers left for how many times I've been wrong in this regard on my own journey. And it's not easy. It's so not easy. It's so not easy. But honestly, some of you just gotta knock it off now. Come on, you've done enough damage, you've done enough harm, you've done enough attack. Aren't you tired yet? Isn't it time you looked inside you and just got on with your own healing? Really? Really? Anyway, guys, I'm going to be letting you know who's coming on my system on my channel to reveal the negatives in the system being the entire system that runs the planet, I'm going to be having Elena Danan on. She's just spent some time in Japan and Singapore. There was a conference put on for her in her honor. I believe she was there talking to over 800 people. That was put on by Miyoko Sanyo. We've got Dr. Michael Sala coming on. We've got JP coming on. And those of you that remember JP, what is a military person. He is recently retired from the American Army, but he's still in intelligence. That's why he comes on wearing a helmet to protect himself and his family. But he is a human man who has told many tales of the American military and the spacecraft. They have the anti-gravity reverse engineered spacecraft, that he has been to Mars, he has been to the moon, and he has been to Jupiter and beyond on. For those of you who've never heard anything like this, I get it. It sounds wackadoodle, doesn't it? But that's only because you were programmed by NASA. I know, it's kicking the balls. And it's true. NASA have lied and lied and lied. They will at some point be standing for crimes against humanity. It's the truth, and I don't care. And up yours, NASA, you great big arsehole bully. So people, I know it's hard to imagine that oh my gosh, all the institutions, the Office of Foreign Affairs, the United Nations, that was a real gut punch for me, the United Nations, when I learned the truth of who started it, what the principles are, the insane think tanks, the people in the think tanks, the families they've come from, the training they've had, the agendas they've put together to take over the planet and have us all doing as we're told. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's pretty devastating. Anyway, JP's coming back on. Then I got my friend Beverly Rhodes. Oh my gosh, Beverly Rhodes is blowing up everywhere. Beautiful, elegant lady, holds herself so well, lived between England and Africa, and has gone through things that no little girl should ever go through, and has been through military programs, has ET connection. And we are doing another broadcast on my channel this week where we will discuss more of Beverly's life as a little girl and a young woman, and the things she survived, including taking her life in her hands in the London Underground in a tube. We call it the tube train systems. There's trains that look like tubes that go underground. You know, I don't mean the magnetic levitation trains. I don't mean the trains that are several miles down that the military and the governments know about all over the planet that can go from LA to New York in a matter of minutes. The maglevs, the magnetic levitation system. I'm not talking. Oh, you didn't know about that? Oh, some of you did, but some of you didn't. Don't worry, it's all coming out. Maglevs, look it up. We're not talking about the mag levitation systems. We're talking about the underground train station. When you go to London, you just pop down in the station and get on one of their trains. And one was blown up July 7th. Oh my gosh, the date escapes me right now. Was it 2001? I'm sorry, Beverly, I forget. 2005, I think. Horrendous. The whole world got to hear about it. And Beverly was one of the people on that train that survived and helped others and got others to safety. Of course she did. And from that trauma, a lot of her horrendous memories that were covered up came to the fore. And that often happens sometimes. You know, we've got all these behaviors and we don't know why we feel a certain way, and we're angry, we're passionate, we're this, we're that. And we're trying not to look out. We've got these little smells or smatterings of something that happened in the memory recall. It won't come, and then it gets confused. And then you watch something on YouTube and you go, oh my God, I think that was me. I think I was in that program. But you realize you're just struggling to cover up the actual reality of what did potentially happen. But again, you're probably still not going to be the commander of all the spaceships in the sky. I'm not making fun of anyone's experience. None of it's funny. Not one single experience where someone's been harmed is funny. It's not funny. Won't make me jump. It's not funny at all. But I do have a little pop, especially at the boys, who pretend to be SSPs. There's nothing funny about the secret space program soldiers either. Nothing remotely funny about the real men and women and boys and girls who were put into those military systems globally. Nothing funny. But I will have a jab at the boys that say, I'm the commander of all the fleets. No, you're not, mate. No, you ain't. And if you are, land them then. Set a date, set a time, and show us them in the sky, please. No, no, please. Is Elena Danan the only one that was able to do that? Because we told you, we gave you 1 year's notice, the whole world, a year's notice, that on the 27th of September, in the evening, around 8:30, 9:30 at night, over our hotel, which was a tower, the Westin Hotel, in a no airplanes can fly over. It's a no drone fly over. And we saw a massive fleet of identified spacecraft and a military TR-3B triangular craft that flew stealth over us and popped its lights on underneath. And there were almost 1,000 people that saw it. You cannot believe the deadheads, the amount of deadheads who have come and attacked it. And do you know what? Most of them weren't even there. How is it that so many of you are so easily influenced? Eh? You weren't there, but you believe the Muppets that say it was birds. I'm embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, for you. I'm embarrassed for you. Yeah? I'm especially embarrassed for Kevin Luengo, who's a volunteer at MUFON in France, who lied and attacked and wrote filthy reports and upset and broke a friendship. Yeah, you did, boy. You happy? Are you happy, Kevin? Well done, Kevin. You got your 5 minutes of fame, eh? Dragging some bird along with you, attacking. You see, when we attack truth, we show who we are. We show who we are. Yeah? Everyone's hurting, everyone's healing something, and people have never been more sensitive. And we have to take care of ourselves. We have to be careful what we choose to go for. You know, the biggest thing for me is in every regard, especially as we're taking down, revealing who are all the leaders, Xi Jinping, Trump, Putin, Biden, Harris. I mean, all these people, all these names, past and present, and some going into the future. Me personally, all I care about is show me. By your actions, we know who you are. And I don't mean the actions that get reported on the news, yeah? The propaganda, the media, because you know the media is controlled, right? Yeah, you know, NASA's a joke. Not all the lovely people that work there. I feel so sorry for them. NASA was started on Nazi principles. Fact. Yeah? Go look up Project Paperclip and Operation High Jump. Those of you that have done zero work, there's two projects for you that are non-redacted, that are legal and public for the public to see. So there's two right there. So you can go look at that if you need to catch up. Yeah? But yeah, so for any of moving forward with what's happening, with what's been arranged, I'm impressed by none of it. I'm excited for potentially all the war in Ukraine being ended, for all the repressed technology that has been held from humanity that will help our children, our families, our world, for the wrong people in charge of education, those sickos, for the transhuman attack, the sick evil one. There's a good side and there's a negative side, yeah? They're not turning us into robots. They're not doing it. They lost, they failed, okay? So we got to recognize, again, we're healing, we're beautiful beings. We got to recognize the people at the top, there's systems in place that have done nothing but repress us for generations. Your great-grandparents, your grandparents, your parents, you, your children, your grandchildren. There's like minimum 7 generations that have been affected. And that's a reality, my love. That's a reality. So people like JP, who has been to Jupiter, has been to Mars, has been to the moon, just because you never heard of it, because NASA never said, NASA never will, doesn't mean it hasn't happened. And JP has proof. Elena Danan has proof. Alex Collier has proof. These great people that mostly come on my channel, yeah, my friends that I'm so happy to share with you. And also, while we're at it, we're also getting on, I think Beverly Rhodes, I think I already mentioned her, Max Lowen, I think I already mentioned her, Dr. Lee Merritt is coming back on. It's because of Dr. Lee Merritt, when she was at my conference, which you're all invited to, it's Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection. It's galactic because we've all got a galactic heritage. It's spiritual because every single one of us has a spiritual element to us. you know, a spiritual, soulful element to us. It's informing because we're informing, we're telling the truth. We don't get permission. We will not be censored. And that's why I put these conferences together. So we speak out, we tell truth, and we do whatever we bloody well want because we're free beings. I know these Neptards, there's that word again, that lady got triggered. Get triggered, my love. Get triggered. I don't care. I ain't got time for you going, oh, you said tard. Yes, tard in every way. The people at the top, you know, the people trying to run. We ignore them, we push them to the side, we move forward. That's what we are allowed to do. We get to choose what we want to do. It can't just be me. It's all of us. We're allowed. We're allowed. We're allowed. We're allowed. Now, my friend Lee Merritt, who was at my conference, Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection, I'll tell you about 2 more of those in a minute coming up for 2025. During a presentation on the Phrygians, which is a family in ancient bloodline that wear these funny looking hats. And that was before the Khazars, the Khazarian mafia. There's so much of history, you kind of get stuck and you go, oh, yeah, I know all about that. Do you, though? Yeah, but do you, though? Because then you find out there's a whole other range and realm of information. And what Dr. Lee Merritt, who was a naval surgeon, naval high-ranking American president of naval surgeons, and because she whistleblew on the corruption in the Navy, on the soldiers, and the operations on the soldiers, she got her license taken away, just like our other friend, Dr. Christiane Northrup. Anyway, during the presentation at my conference, GSIC for short, Galactic Spiritual Informers, she held up this book by this guy called Kurt Barker that I've been reading. He also wrote How to Dismantle the Illuminati and Angelic Abusers and something else. I'm reading all 3 of them. It is so disturbing, but it really does break down a lot of the reality of the wealthy aristocrats that do indeed run a lot of the politicians, government groups, science, education. You know, it's like they're playing Monopoly with our lives. That's what they've been doing. But again, you know, all of that is coming down very quickly, as we can see. And it's time, and there will be balance, and there has been, and we are bringing that balance, all of us together. So anyway, so I'll be having Dr. Lee back on too. Again, we're taking down the systems, bringing down the top of the self-anointed, self-appointed. I'll be going on the as an invited guest, thanks to beautiful Beverly Rhodes. I'll be going on Sean Atwood's platform this week, and also going on with Michael at Conflict Radio. Looking forward to that one. He's a feisty bugger, isn't he, Michael at Conflict Radio? Also going on the United Network on the 26th of November. United something network. I forget which platform it's on, but anyway, I'll post a link on my site, on Facebook, or on my website. So if you want to come and see the greatest speakers in whistleblowing uncensored again, and like I said, just September 27th, less than 2 months ago, in Denver, Colorado, Elena Danan called in a fleet of craft. So again, to all of you commanders of fleets, all you know, you leaders, you star people, you commanders, you captains, you admirals, you riders of the arcs, you awakeners of the space arcs under the sea and in the mountains and everywhere else, you know, please, I urge you, write to me, let me know so I can promote it for you. Give me the day, give me the time, tell the people where to be to witness what we witnessed. Yeah, craft that you can see flashing lights and responding, you know, and do it in a really tricky place where no airplanes can fly, no drones can fly. So you can really prove, because proof is everything, and physical proof is everything. And to every single person that was not there, that did not come to the conference, that did not witness like 1,000 people saw for their own eyes. For those of you that were not there, shut up. How about that? How about that? And how rude and how cruel and how unkind of you to speak against beautiful people that were there. Knock it off. Now, I don't come on here to win friends, because honestly, I'm here to tell the truth, and that's what I do. Yeah. And sometimes we just need to hear a couple of firm words, don't we? Yeah. We can't all be these little fragile, like, oh no, Dani said this. Yes, I did. And I'll say it again. And I'll say, knock it off. Okay. Because how are we going to unify and come together if we can't see the harm we're doing in the field? You know, that goes for all of us. I've been wrong several times, and I own it publicly when I'm wrong. Yeah. We are humans on a journey of discovery, and we are not always 100% right. Okay. And if you don't witness something with your eyes, don't talk about it. Be happy about it if you can, just because it isn't about you. Anyway, oh my gosh, there's so much happening. I just wanted to come on, like I say, tell you who's coming on my channel. Hopefully, give those that get so sad about Thanksgiving, Christmas. I can't bear it every year. I'm not currently practicing in my clinic, but as a therapist, all the years I've had a clinic, it is some of the worst times for people. It's like November, December, and the emotion of their unhealed childhood and the parents and the families they had and the unhealed harm that occurred, or what they did. And that's the other thing. We often always think from the one that was abused, but we don't always take responsibility for the one doing the harming, and that's also part of this big mass healing that's happening in all of us right now. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you. I do send you love from my heart to yours. I do hope that we can start having bigger conversations. I do hope that we can get our ego out the door and just sit down and look at, what do we need to look at? What do we need to work on? I wear all of myself out. I never read it. I have to really fight to hold back sometimes, the F word or whatever. So I get so passionate, and I am heart-led, and that was pointed out. And yes, I am passionate. Am I going to change? Never, never. You are who you are, and that's the end of it as far as I'm concerned. You are who you are. So, if you're doing work out there in the field for clicks and likes and subs, then maybe you should be doing something different, because you got to be able to back up your talk and walk your talk and own it, own it. And again, as you're seeing really well-known circles of people potentially falling apart, having cracks in them, don't go into the gossip mill. Don't decide what you think happened. Find out from the source, from the truth, what happened, because it doesn't really matter either way, because we're all growing anyway. All right. Well, lots of love to you. I look forward to seeing you during this week. Sending love to all of those who celebrate Thanksgiving. Sending love to our Indigenous brothers and sisters and their blessed land, their land, the American land. Aho to you, my brothers and my sisters, and sending love to everyone else around the world. My name is Dani Henderson. I will see you soon, friend. I will see you soon.